Kick it.
Coverage here of the Consumer Electronics Show. Andy, we made it to the end.
We made it to the end. We did indeed. This has been a wonderful experience here at CES 2008, and we have had quite a day today. Started out, I guess, in the North Hall, went through the automotive exhibit, which is just a lot of fun. Even if you're not a car guy, it is just a wonderful experience. And we got to meet an 8-year-old CEO today.
That's right.
Yeah.
After we left the car hall, we went over to, well, the Hilton equivalent of Tokyo Akihabara, and we walked through and looked at the different things going on there. But I tell you, we saw a lot of great stuff at CES, and today was no exception. So, Andy, what did you find today?
Well, I actually went back to one of my favorite locations in the automotive hall, the people from Parrot who do hands-free automotive devices. And we actually had more of a general technical discussion and not a specific product that that we talked about, because we looked at so many. Products. But the takeaway that we had is that when you have Bluetooth capability in a vehicle, all of a sudden it opens up so many options to you. The problem, if you're in my part of the country, you don't have that problem in Hawaii, but we have this time of the year we're bundled up pretty severely, and you have your cell phone in your pocket, and you've got a park on top of that, and you're buckled into the seat, and you're driving down the road, and it rings. Do you really want to take that call? Do you want to, as you're driving down the road, unbuckle and grab your cell phone? Well, they had one device that enabled you to see who was calling. And very similar to the Apple iPhone with the visual indication of the call that's coming in. But they also talked about some products they had in development, again using Bluetooth technology specifically for video. And this is ideal for backup cameras or for using a camera to watch, keep an eye on the kids' activity in the back seat, a baby sleeping, something like that. And there's just a lot of flexibility. Because it's Bluetooth, you don't have to do anything other than have primary wired power to it. So I thought that was very, very interesting. They pointed out that because of hands-free legislation, which is in about half of the country right now, because of the Bluetooth legislation, or hands-free legislation, almost everyone's going to have Bluetooth or similar sorts of devices in their future.
Very cool. And I know that you talked for a while with them, and while you were doing that, I was looking around at a company called Dash. So it's a Silicon Valley startup. They're coming out with a new GPS device, and if you'll take these two, I'll show this little card, and it's basically called the Dash Express. This is a device that is really what they say, and I didn't realize that there was no other GPS devices like it, that allow you to, it's a two-way communicator. It actually has built-in Wi-Fi. It has a GSM device in there. Will connect on a GSM network, and it actually goes out and communicates with a source to find out about traffic. Finds out about you have to actually do a request through Yahoo search via it on it as well. But what I thought was really cool was when you are essentially lost and you need to call for help, and how many times have you picked up the phone and say, can somebody get me directions someplace? Or you're getting ready to plan a trip. This is not necessarily when you're lost. You're getting ready to plan a trip. You know, you go and you do your thing on Google Maps or on Yahoo, and what do you find? You find the address, and then you print that, right? Well, you don't have to do that no more. All you have to do is just send it to the GPS device. They have a way to send the actual address, and it will plan your route. You don't have to do anything else. Very, very cool technology. So, Andy, what else did you find?
Well, we had an experience very late in the afternoon. We had a chance to go through the Next Gen Home Experience exhibit, and the lines have been stacked up for this for several days. We'd look across the main road here, and we'd see 40, 50 people in line, and we say, no, we'll go back, we'll go back. And we got an exclusive tour this afternoon, and that was really, really great. The Next Gen Home Experience is, there's a company called LifeWare. And they bring in items to be found in a fully wired home from Microsoft, HP, and Intel, and DSC, and Lutron, a whole range of vendors. One of the things that they had, LifePoint used to be called LifeTouch. And throughout the home there are monitors that can be used for HDTV support, but can also interface with the security system, the entertainment system, the internet, of course, television, a whole range of things controlled from that. Behind that you have a terabyte server. This is called the Life Media, and as you begin to develop all of this content and bring it into your home, particularly HD content, you can see how you could accumulate terabyte sorts of amounts of data. So I thought that was particularly interesting and a lot of fun, kind of to see a Jetsons type future.
Very cool. Well, and I enjoyed doing the tour, and we'll have the full-length video of that up after CES, after we get back and start processing video. Well, you know, when we go through the Hilton, we kind of walk straight and hold on the microphone tight, and we don't normally find cool products there. But today there was a company there, and this really is kind of, it's not really a consumer product, but those of you that are running eBay businesses, we found a product from Photosimile that was just an absolute bomb. Now, this is their new device, and this is a device that probably will not be within reach of most consumers, but they have a line of photo boxes where you can put a product in, take a picture of it, some processing software. Most of their solutions start around $1,000, but I was very, very impressed with the quality, the light, everything was really good, and it works with a standard digital camera, and especially for those that are running eBay auctions or similar types, this is a great product for people to, you know, be able to take pictures of those items, and also for companies getting ready to roll out products. One of the things that they were doing is people were manufacturing in China. They're showing the prototype, sending it, you know, sending those images back to the mainland. But it's a cool device. Photosimile was the product. Check them out online. So, Andy, what was it?
Well, let me comment on that, because Photosimile was particularly cool. It would take an automated series of photographs, and in a manufacturing environment and communications, they could send an email directly. When you put an annotation on the photograph, the email box would come up, and then it would automatically attach that. And so then to the person at the other end, as a business communications tool, you could see specifically what you were talking about, and there was no cut and paste, no trying to figure attachments and so forth. It was very highly integrated, and if you have an eBay type of business, you'll really want to look at this unit.
So what else have you got on your list today?
Well, I found at one section in the automotive area a very small booth today. We kind of went by, and they said, well, here's our product. It's called the Deluo MouseGPS. And we said, okay, MouseGPS, I don't understand. When they began to explain to us, the MouseGPS is very simply it. It is a mouse that has a GPS built into it, and it you carry it with you just like a regular mouse. The idea is that for a traveler, you could take this, you're going to have your laptop with you, you're going to have a mouse with you as well. Why carry a separate GPS unit, a separate display, a separate mapping database, a separate power supply, all those cables and so forth? They have built that into the mouse. And in operation, I'll give you the training manual. Turn the switch on, you now have a GPS. It actually works with the Microsoft mapping application. All of that is in your laptop. And so you always have a GPS with you when you need that information. And the price point was less than $100.
You know, be honest with you, I need that device. I travel all over the place. I remember one time kind of with San Diego airport, needed to be someplace. I'm like, I didn't print a map. I don't know where I'm at. So I end up having to, monkey around, go to a gas station, try to ask. This is the way to travel with one of those little mouses. Pretty cool. Well, the last item I'm going to talk about today is really not necessarily a product, but we had some questions about HD radio. So we stopped by the HD radio booth, and we asked, what is going to make HD radio different? With being a new media creator, we kind of scoff at radio a little bit, but still, a lot of people have spent a lot of time in the car. The new models are going to be coming out. They're going to have HD radio in them. So what HD radio essentially is if you have a station that's playing rock and roll, they have the ability to have 3 separate sub-channels of content that could be like modern rock, hardcore rock, metal. It just depends on how they want to mix it up. But it's also a digital feed. So what they're able to do is through the digital feed in with the HD radio, they're able to send mapping data down and actually have an interactive experience as well. So HD radio is pretty cool. Again, we'll have some more information on that on a later show, but I found it very interesting that the route that they're going with HD radio, and it was clear to me that the stations that are not the Clearwires of the world will probably be looking to work with people creating media to help, because they're not going to have the resources to fill all those channels. So it'll be very interesting what happens in the future. But anyway, where are we at, Andy? We're at the pick of the day, aren't we?
We are at the pick of the day. Our weather, which was so rainy and overcast the first of the week, has cleared. It's a beautiful, from a Midwest perspective, spring-type day. Of course, this is winter here in Las Vegas. But it's time to go ahead and flip the coin.
Before I do that, I do want to thank all of you for checking us out this week. We're going to have a wrap-up reel / blooper reel in a few days, and we hope that you'll watch that and spread the word on it virally. And, of course, I want to thank Andy for spending some time with me, and Dave and Paul for coming out and running the camera. That was the most appreciated. And, of course, we want to thank our sponsor, GoDaddy, as well. So make sure when you get ready to pick up a domain name, a dedicated server, virtual dedicated server, you use the promo code TECH1 or TECH2. Or Tech 3. Actually, Tech 2 and Tech 3 are the best ones. That'll save you a bunch of money, but it's my time to flip. We're at day 4. Oh, I got one, too. We both got quarters. How'd that happen?
Well, because for the first 2 days, we were bumming quarters off of Dave, and then Dave didn't have
So anyway, I have to flip. You hold you hold it, so... all right, let's see if I can do this without.
All right. Tails.
Heads.
That means I get to present?
That means I get to present.
Okay, I'll let you present.
Okay. Well, cool things come in small packages. It's definitely got to be the Delo MouseGPS. And this is just, it's amazing. This guy thought this up and brought this to market. It's very, very cool. You're going to have to check it out. You can go over to mousegps.com, and pick one up. And if you like it, let us know about it. Send us feedback. Send the owner feedback. Tell them you heard about it at Pick of the Day. So here comes the video and interview from the folks at Pick of the Day. Until next year at CES, take care.
If you're a business traveler, you know that inevitably you'll get into a strange city you've never been to. You've had a series of flight delays. It's pouring down rain. The rental car reservation is messed up, and you've got to figure out how to get to your hotel. I know that many of you have been in that situation, and many of you will be in that situation for business travel or for personal travel. And we have found a real gem here in the automotive hall at CES. Facundo, what can you tell me about your product?
Well, it's a MouseGPS, and it's an accessory for a laptop. It's an accessory that everybody carries in their laptop bag anyway. So a business traveler will carry their laptop, will have a mouse, they will use it as always. And then if they are lost in the middle of a strange city, they will just flip the switch, make it a GPS, a map is going to pop out. It's going to show you exactly where you are, and thanks to Microsoft Street and Trips, it will give you the directions from where you are to where you have to go. And if you don't know exactly where you're going, you can look into the points of interest, millions of points of interest, restaurants, hotels, etc.
This is such an elegant implementation. I had trouble figuring it out, but then I saw it. It's like, I got it. You're traveling, and every cable, every additional thing you have to carry, carrying CDs of map information, carrying paper stuff, reservations, it all adds up.
Exactly, and that's That's exactly the way we looked at it. We had previously a USB GPS, and we said, well, how can we reduce the weight of the laptop bag? And we said, well, let's combine the GPS in something that makes sense, and the mouse was the perfect candidate.
And you solved the power problem, you solved the additional cable problem, and like you say, you already have that. Now, I can't have my hand over it, of course, when I'm doing the satellite search, right?
Exactly. Well, the switch, it changes between mouse and GPS, so you won't be able to use both at the same time, but that is by design, because when you are driving, getting the directions, that the computer will talk to you. So you don't actually,
Really?
yeah. So you will actually not have to have your mouse, your hand in your mouse. You will not be operating the computer. You will just be taking directions from the computer.
So it's a fully featured GPS that's then integrated with the information that's in your laptop. Do you have to put a DVD in, or can you just copy the image over?
Well, when you first install the drivers and the maps, that's all it takes, and then it stays in your hard drive for the lifetime of your computer.
Is there going to be a Mac version of this?
The GPS works with Mac. Unfortunately, there are not any Mac developers jumping on board to do the mapping software, but I believe there are some on the works, and hopefully we're going to be seeing one soon.
We've got that, or of course you could run Parallels on your Mac and have access in that way, still not carrying an additional box, not carrying an additional set of paperwork and so forth. How long does it take the mouse to, I know some really inexpensive GPSs might take quite a while to acquire the satellites. So how long does that typically take?
When you are looking for the satellites, it will be under a minute, and actually we are working on offline Assist now, that is basically an offline GPS, and it will take under 10 seconds.
What's the current drain? I mean, this isn't like a USB welder or something that's going to suck your battery down, right?
No, it's under 100 milliamps, and it's nothing.
And is this available now?
It is available through all the major retailers, Amazon, Office Depot, and so on and so forth.
Where would people go to on the web to find out more information about this?
Well, just like it's called MouseGPS. You will find everything right there, mousegps.com.
Very good. This is a great product. Thank you very much.
Thank you.